Well, good morning. I'm Jeff, and I want to talk to you about reaching the next generation. And specifically, let's talk about parenting today. You know that parenting comes in seasons. I know when we're caught in the middle of a season, whether our kids are young or middle-aged or older children in our home or outside of our home, that the circumstances can cause us to panic because we forget it's a season. Everything's a season. That's the way God ordered it. We have weekly seasons and daily seasons and months and years. It all breaks down into seasons. And that's good news because we couldn't sustain the same season all the way through, whether it was good or bad. But let me talk to you about 3 seasons or phases that parents go through. First, they're a Sherpa. You know what a Sherpa is? A Sherpa is somebody who lays the course, puts out the ropes, they lay down the ladders, they set up the base camp so the climbers are able to climb Mount Everest or another large mountain. The Sherpas are the experts, but they lay the course, they put up the boundaries, they say don't go that way, go this way. They give you a map and a compass to help you get to where you need to go to climb the summit. And from about ages 0 to 10 years old, that's what parents do. Mainly moms because the maternal attachment, but that's not to say dads don't play a role. They sure do. But that maternal attachment tends to lay down the framework from about 0 to 10 years old. You're a Sherpa. You're laying out the boundaries, the guardrails, you're putting out the ropes and preparing the path of life for your child. That first phase is being a Sherpa. The second phase is being a rabbi. Rabbis, well, of course, Hebrew rabbis knew the Old Testament and the Bible really, really well. They had it memorized. They were trying to live it out according to the laws of God. The rabbi would try to model and teach what they were learning about the one true God. In the case of followers of Jesus, we should know the Bible. We should be personally growing in our own personal relationships with Jesus as parents, and then we pass that on to the next generation, our kids. From about 11 years old to 25, because adolescence is getting longer, about 11 to 25, we are rabbis. We're teaching the Bible, we're modeling the Bible because we realize that more is caught than taught. Oftentimes they're just watching to see how we react, what we do, what we say, how we're going to respond. And we're just doing the best we can to follow Jesus with all of our hearts as parents and teaching them the Bible. The church comes alongside as we're the greatest spiritual givers to our children. We don't rely on the church to do that. We partner with the church to do that. But you're in this phase of being a rabbi, which means that we need to grow in our relationship with Jesus. We need to grow in our understanding of the Bible. We need to grow on mission so we can live this thing out. Finally, the final phase you enter into is being a sage. A sage is the person who's full of wisdom. A sage doesn't go to other people. A sage receives it from people. People come to the sage to get wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And our hope and our prayer is from about 26 years old, when they're coming out of adolescence into a full-fledged adulthood with responsibility and development and all of that, we hope and pray that our children come back as a friend, and they come back to us as a consultant to help them, give them wisdom for life. And maybe, just maybe, some of those wisdom and those nuggets as a Sherpa and a rabbi along the way will come back, and they'll come back to us and they'll say, oh man, you might have been right back there. But we're the Sherpa. Now we're just the consultant. Now we're just waiting for them to come to us rather than for us to impose on them, because they're an adult now. They're on their own. So we go through these phases of Sherpa early on in life, about 0 to 10 years old, rabbi about 11 to 25 years old, that adolescent period, and then sage, where you hope and you pray that you're a friend to your child as they grow up and they're an adult child, and now you relate to them differently, and you're a consultant because you've lived life a little bit longer, might have a little bit more wisdom, might have a further long relationship with Jesus, and so they're coming back around. Hope this has been helpful and encouraging, because just remember today that everything is a season that you're going through as a parent. But when we're caught in the middle of one of those seasons, it can be really frustrating, discouraging. But know that God is with you, be encouraged, and know it's just a season.